Sounds real.
Sounds real.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Jack.
And on today's show, we're going to talk about the Raven Black show.
Yes, it's a very interesting show that was about.
So, another great band at the Rockhouse. This was at the Rockhouse, and this was the Raven Black show. And unfortunately, of course, Jack didn't see them earlier in, I think it was in May.
It was in May. I think you did a show on them, or at least an interview.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I got to interview Raven Black back at Club 101.
Yeah, and I wasn't able to see them. And I remember you bringing me that video that you had seen. And I was like, wow, I really want to see it. But I heard the music. I like the music.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, I really do want to check these cats out. And we had the chance to see them, and they're spooky.
Yeah.
They were spooky.
Before that, opening up the show was Seventh Eve.
Seventh Eve. Wow, what to say about Seventh Eve? So we've seen. I'll start. We've seen Seventh Eve a few times. I think it was. Did we interview them?
No, we haven't.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we
it's in the.
Okay, well, we're gonna interview you guys because we really dig what you guys are doing, and for whatever reason, I don't think I've ever seen a full set of Seventh Eve.
Right.
It's weird. It really is weird. And that night we were lucky enough to see the full set, and they're pretty cool, man. I have to admit, I totally dig their music.
Yeah, I enjoyed the set.
I really enjoyed
their. Really tight.
Sound really tight.
And, they seem a little bit different from what I recall. A lot more structured, I would say.
Yeah, maybe they're doing new stuff. I'm not sure.
I just like the direction they're taking.
Yeah, so do I. I totally agree. So I was like, yeah, these are really cool cats. They got great shirts. Yeah. Really great merch. So yeah, I'd like to interview them. I'd like to meet with them. I like to see what they're doing, see what's different than when I first kind of heard. And maybe it was just us walking into sometimes we walk into a wall of sound because we don't know what's going on, and all you hear is just this.
We're getting settled in.
Yeah, so maybe we were at a disadvantage by coming in late for a lot of the shows because sometimes they have their earlier slots and whatever the case may be. But totally dug them. Heavy, kind of thrashy.
And they opened up for Raven Black in Club 101.
Yeah, well, I didn't go to that show.
Compared to that show, I mean, they sounded a lot heavier and a lot more, like I said, a lot more structure, a lot more
tighter.
Yeah, and a lot more passion driven, I would say too, as well. I really dug this.
They were good. They were good. I liked them.
Turn that. I mean, I don't know, but
yeah,
whatever they're doing,
continue. And we like to touch base with that. So then that next band came up, and
they were added to the bill. Changed My Brain for Cakes,
or with cakes,
or for cakes,
or with cakes. I don't know. Change my brain.
Blank cakes.
Cakes. Yeah. So.
Oh man, they're from Canada.
They're from Canada. They're a Canadian band and very theatrical. They have a very theatrical presence to them. And they remind me, well, some of the influence that I heard was mindless self-indulgence. You know, they have that sense of just chaos to their music. They're just kind of...
But they have a lot of melody under
it. They're very melodic.
Very melodic.
The drummer does a lot of that clean singing. Oh, holy smoke, he has a great voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, both of them do, but it's just like night and day.
Yeah.
You know, you got one that's a little bit harsh and he's belting it out, and then you have this other voice that we didn't know where it was coming from. We had to look at each member like, who's singing?
I thought it was the bassist at one time.
You know, I was like, oh my god, that's the drummer. That's awesome. He has a voice.
Yeah, he's really good.
They put on a show.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see a theatrical show? You want to see some theatrics on stage? They got it down. I mean, the bassist is jumping on the bar, going all over the place. Blood's coming out of her mouth.
Yeah,
really awesome, and they dress up too as well. So
yeah, they got some. I wouldn't even say it's corpse paint. It's more of a
kind of like a
clown circus stuff going on.
Kind of a circus theme, yeah.
Yeah, kind of circus theme.
And the drummer kind of looked like a ringleader.
Yeah,
the way he was dressed.
Maybe he is, man. Maybe he's whipping him in the back.
I think so.
Yeah, it's like, oh, get on stage now. I don't know.
But whatever he does, it motivates the rest of the band members. And wow, they put on a show. So check them out. They're a brand new band too, recently.
Yeah, they're fairly new.
Yeah, they emerged during the COVID pandemic, so they're fairly new. And I think there was the first time in the States, correct?
I believe so. We did an interview with them, so I think they could clarify on that.
And first time at the Rockhouse.
Yeah, so it's just really weird because they're all the way from Canada. The first time they play is literally at the border of Mexico.
Yes, so I think he said 49 hours.
Yeah, something like that. It's crazy.
Wow. You got to watch them. You got to give them some kudos.
Yeah, check them out. You guys will not be disappointed. I think they dropped their latest single, and you can find it on Spotify and all streaming services. I think it was released like the day after that we saw them. So check that out. It's really cool. I think something.
Yeah, they had that horror theme.
Well, there's like Psycho Circus type of
really
stuff.
Cool. You gotta check it out. And another band that every album changes. They keep just progressing and progressing.
So, well, single, I guess.
But moving on, Casket Robbery. Oh wow, I really enjoyed that. Some brutal horror death metal.
Death metal, yeah. It wasn't deathcore, it was death metal.
Yeah, that was death metal, and it was just horror themed and kind of old school style.
Very old school style.
I love it. Brutal, and you wouldn't believe it's fronted by a female.
Well, you would. Well, that's not. I don't think that's the point. Yeah, because there's a lot of like death metal bands being fronted by females. But when we met her, she's so unassuming, so sweet, so nice. She has such a pleasant, down-to-earth, pleasant voice. Megan, right? Oh man, we love you, Megan. And she is so awesome. They're from Wisconsin, the land of beer, cheese, and serial killers.
And death metal.
Death metal. So
Wisconsin death metal.
Yeah, she was so cool. I mean, so unassuming, just such a sweet person. But when she hits the stage, holy mother of God.
There are no rules, no holds barred.
Holy Christ, I was like blown away.
Yeah, they put on a great show. I personally dug that set, and just the energy and just everything she put into it. They gave all they got, and you got to check Casket Robbery out.
Yeah, if you're into death metal, oh man, they don't disappoint.
Toured a lot in Texas, and that was her first time, I think, right?
Yeah.
Rockhouse, Raw in El Paso. So wow, check them out, Casket Robbery, and as well you can find them on streaming and everything, and they have videos too. So, and then
Miss Raven Black.
Raven Black.
Yeah. So I had
such a sweetheart.
Oh yeah, we love you too, Raven Black. You're so awesome, and we had an opportunity to talk to her. So check out that interview. Yeah, I was looking so forward to this show. This is like one of my for sure shows.
Clear your calendar type.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was I love the music. I love the CDs. I love everything that they've been doing as far as, and to see them live was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she is awesome. The band is awesome. Tight. I don't know what to describe their music. I think it was called. I don't know. Someone called it cabaret horror rock or something. I don't know. There's so many weird genres.
I just horror metal.
It's horror metal, but it does have elements of like cabaret and it's just. But they're so fun, so cool to watch live. I mean,
she breaks out the props and
yes, she puts on a stage show. And, and really, really quick, I just want to say is that an artist like that, you could tell cares about what she's doing, how she presents, and it kind of reminds me of the old days of shock rock, where it wasn't just offensive; it was actually a show.
It's an art.
It's an art. Yeah, old Alice Cooper, even old Kiss or whatever. I'm not comparing the music to that, but that it was an art, like you said, that they would present a show for the audience, and there's a love for the audience for that. It's like you buy your ticket, and for their style of music, it's more than just them playing. It's an experience, and a lot of these bands do it very different. She tends to do it with more of that dark carnival in a weird way too, and
I liked it. That was a good to me. Yeah,
you're
that was a
shutting
good
me out.
comparison. Alice Cooper.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Right.
Old Alice Cooper. You know what I'm talking about? 70s.
No, old Alice Cooper. Not talking about new Alice Cooper.
Raise your fist and yell.
Anyway, why do you go obscure?
Okay.
Zipper catches skin, Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
My favorite era. Anyway, Donna.
The man behind the mask.
Anyway, that was a good era of Alice Cooper though. That was a comeback. Anyway, so we're talking about Raven Black. We got to meet her, loved her. Thank you.
Second time for me, and
yeah.
So what I noticed in comparison to the show back with Club 101 is that, and she even acknowledged it, that show was a little bit more, I guess, poppier, a little bit more upbeat.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, and this take
was heavier.
The second time was heavier.
Yeah, they chose some of their heavier songs.
And I could tell. I was like, this is a heavier set. I don't remember a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
So yeah, she did take out some songs from. So I got to see the best of both worlds.
Yes, you did.
I got to see them, and they had more theatrics going on the first time at Club 101. They had a dancer,
with the umbrella,
they went all out. Yeah.
She had the umbrella this time.
This one was a little bit more
in your face.
Yeah, in your face, and it was just heavy. It was heavy.
Yeah.
There were some technical difficulties, but
yeah,
she went beyond that, and that was awesome.
And I love that for her. It didn't ruin.
It's frustrating. It is.
I'm sure it was as an artist, but she didn't take it out on the audience. She didn't allow it to ruin the experience for the people that were there.
That's right.
And I love that, and I commend her for that, because a lot of bands, and we've seen bands that aren't having it.
And Raven Black, gained a new fan, Raven.
Oh yes,
Raven for Raven Black.
That's true. Very true.
So that was awesome. It was an awesome night. Everything was just, every act was awesome. I mean, even from the beginning, from 7th Eve all the way.
Yeah, it was a fun show. You guys missed out.
Nonstop, awesome show. And I thank you, Raven Black, for allowing us to interview you a second time. That was really awesome. Got some more insight. Check out the interview. And check out Raven Black. Check out all the bands. All of them.
Every single one.
All of them. It's very dynamic, very good combination of different genres. It's an awesome tour. If it comes in your town, check it out.
Definitely.
So, like always, click like, subscribe, and share. And sounds real?
Sounds real. And we're out.
Sounds real?
Sounds real.
I'm Jason. I'm here at the Rockhouse. I'm here with Raven Black. She just performed. It was an amazing set. So you guys are back to El Paso, right?
Yes, this is now our second time. And we're just trying to build here. I mean, there's a scene here, you guys. So we just got to keep building it, keeping it up. After COVID, I think, people are like, I think our scene's dead. And I'm like, no, you just got to keep at it. You just got to come together, celebrate metal, music, and it'll happen.
So I saw you guys at Club 101,
yes.
I think in May. And I got to say, this set seemed heavier.
Yes.
It was a heavier set than what I remember.
Yes. We played a couple of different songs, and we took a few songs out.
Okay.
So that we just kind of wanted to keep it heavier. We've got Casket Robbery with us, which is a death metal band.
Yeah.
And we've got Change My Brain with Cakes, all the way from Canada.
Awesome.
And they're like crazy heavy too. And then soon enough, Cultist Black will be joining us, and they're very heavy.
Oh, nice.
So we kind of put together a heavier set.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. So I really like the nice combination of music genres that you have on this tour.
Yes.
Really nice mix up. And I mean, you got everything from death metal to like the horror metal, horror themed, and just, oh man, I love it.
It's been fun.
What's lined up in the future for Raven Black?
We have Raven's Diary coming out this November, the ballad album.
Oh.
So the white album. No screaming, no metal. Just think of classic power ballads, rock, classic metal.
That's interesting.
It's all singing, and it's an album in tribute to my dad. my dad passed away, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thank you. But I just poured my heart into it and did a ballad album, something I've always wanted to do. So Raven's Diary is coming out, and then you'll get your first single from the upcoming 5th album, Darkness Rises, which is completely gonna give you guys, it's gonna be heavier, darker, and there's gonna be some new elements like 808, trap metal, and some new metal and some metalcore.
Oh, nice.
So it's gonna get a little more brutal.
Awesome.
It's our Black album, so put it that way. Raven Black's Black album coming in 2024.
Check that out, guys. It's gonna be awesome. And this is the first. You're kicking off the first day here in El Paso,
Today's
correct?
the first day, day one.
At
day
the
one.
Rockhouse.
At the Rockhouse, yeah.
That's awesome. And so I asked a lot of the guests and artists on our show, well, first of all, I want to know, where do you draw your inspiration for some of the music that...
Everything that I do is my favorite things, but I do get inspired by people's stories, and I meet a lot of people, and the rejects, my fans, they share so much of their lives with me, and so sometimes I'm inspired by their story. Things that they struggle through,
Right.
That I can help them with. So I always have myself in it, my life, how I can relate to what their story they're telling me. If we have something in common, maybe a depression or anxiety, that I write lyrics and songs that will kind of help people find strength to overcome some of their illnesses.
Interesting. So the questions I asked, going back to that.
All right.
So what's on your listening table?
On my listening table, what do I listen to?
Yeah, what are you currently listening to?
I do have like my own little black metal list, which will probably include a little bit of Behemoth, Mayhem, Dark Funeral. So I have that, and I listen to that frequently. But I also listen to some metalcore. But I listen to metalcore DIY bands.
Oh, okay.
Because I like I guess I could say I like new, unique sounds that have not been done in the mainstream. And I find that through friends, local bands. Like we're playing with a band tomorrow, Ammo for My Arsenal. They're from San Antonio, and I love their fucking music. So of course I bought a CD.
Yeah.
They played with us in just like in August. I bought their CD and I've been listening to that.
I've actually heard them.
Yeah, they're amazing. Good. And Casket Robbery is another one. She's on my playlist. Dying Oath, who's also joining us on this tour. So this tour, I actually cherry pick these bands that are my friends in the DIY scene.
Yeah.
To get their music out there because they're amazing. Their music's amazing, and we just don't get enough love. And I just think like, what better to do than to tour with the music that you already listen to?
Right.
There's a couple. There's a new band that's coming out, Kill Crown from Michigan. I'm loving their music. I'm starting to listen to Lorna Shore. I've been introduced to a couple of songs and I'm digging it. So, yeah. But that's pretty much my list. I mean, that's what I listen to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's in my playlist right now.
Cool. And any recommendations for Halloween movies?
Oh, Nun 2. We're about to do that on our day off. We're going to go to the movie theater and watch the Nun 2. I'm excited. Oh, and Insidious. If you haven't seen it, you got to see it. I love Insidious.
Any older films you would recommend?
Oh, of course. It's Halloween. So Jason, Friday the 13th. I mean, all of the Halloweens, all of the franchises. I also love Saw. I'll watch that again. Muppet and I, we basically do a movie marathon for the whole month of October.
Oh,
we will watch every single scary movie from like the old ones all the way to now. So
sounds pretty awesome. You hear that, guys? Some good recommendations.
It's Happy Halloween
on some bands and movies, and this is going to be a killer tour. I mean, it's interesting with the lineups and everything else. And I'm so glad I got to see you guys a second time.
I know. I'm so glad you came.
It was so awesome. And as always, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
And sounds real?
Sounds real.
And we're out. Sounds real?
Sounds real.
I'm Jason. I'm here at the Rockhouse. I'm with Megan from Casket Robbery.
Hello.
with the Raven Black tour.
Yes.
So Casket Robbery. I got to be honest. I wasn't familiar with your band, but I took a little dive and I really like what I heard.
Well, thank you.
I like it.
Thank you so much.
So tell me a little bit about Casket Robbery.
We are a horror-inspired death metal band from Wisconsin.
Oh, nice.
Started around 2013-ish. I joined about 5.5 years ago as the vocalist. So we've been touring the United States frequently since then, a few times a year, and looking to get out of the United States soon
Oh,
for
nice,
some
nice,
touring
yeah.
next year. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is this your first time at the Rockhouse?
It is. It's our first time in El Paso. We've
nice.
actually played Texas probably more than anywhere outside of the Midwest.
Except,
but we've never been to El Paso.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So anything coming out soon, or as far as releases?
So pretty much we have this whole month on tour. We go back home and we're playing a release show for our friends in the Convalescents. They're releasing an album. And then we're actually playing with.
I think they're coming to the Rockhouse.
They are, yeah.
That's awesome.
They are. And then we're playing with Suffocation and Incantation for 2 nights in November. And then honestly, we're spending the rest of the winter locking down, getting this album ready for next year. So we're looking to release at the tail end of next year a full-length album.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah.
So, listening to Casket Robbery, you would never think the growls are coming out from Megan. So you got some killer vocals.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, what kind of influences? What about your influences?
Yeah, we say like mostly the band is really influenced by like horror movies and stuff like that. But like personally, vocally, I'm very influenced by Trevor from the Black Dahlia Murder. Randy Bly. Just friggin' Cannibal Corpse is huge. And that's really some of my biggest influences, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about picks movies? Since you said
Movies,
horror,
yes.
what's some good horror movies for
Oh my
this
goodness.
month?
So one of my favorites is Pumpkinhead. Scream is always a favorite. Evil Dead. We're big Evil Dead fans.
See, Jack, Scream.
We could go on and on about horror movies.
Any classics?
Let's see. Like old school
Old
classics,
school
like
classics.
Dracula and stuff. Yeah, definitely go Dracula. But yeah, we just love horror. We try and watch it honestly all the time.
Nice. What about what's on your listening table?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm listening to a lot of Frozen Soul right now.
They're coming too.
I am obsessed with them. We played with them at Milwaukee Metal Fest in May, so that was sick. Let's see, I've been listening. I always listen to a lot of Black Dahlia Murder, new Cannibal Corpse, definitely. I'm a huge fan of Oceans of Slumber, which is another Texas band.
Never heard that.
Very like progressive metal. Their vocalist is honestly probably one of the best vocalists in metal. I think she does clean vocals and it's just gorgeous. Oh my god. But yeah, that's mostly what I'm listening to lately.
Awesome. I like the whole combination.
Yeah.
And your music too. It's just listening to it. It has a lot of combination of all kinds of styles.
It's hard to pin us down.
Yeah, I like it. I really
it
enjoy
is.
listening to it, and I'm really gonna enjoy watching them tonight. First time in El Paso and at the Rockhouse, baby. Wish you were here, but I'm here, like always. So appreciate you taking time talking with us, and I'm excited.
Yes,
I'm excited.
Thank you. I'm excited to play. Yes.
And as always, sounds real.
Sounds real.
And I'm out. Sounds real.
Sounds real.
I'm Jason. I'm here at the Rockhouse. This time, this is for the Raven Black show. Second time I'm going to see them. And we have first timers. This is Change My Brain with Cakes, correct?
Yeah.
All the way from Canada.
Yeah.
Wow. So he was telling me this was the first time
in El Paso?
Yes,
It's the first
outside
time in
of
the
Canada.
US.
Oh, first time in the
Yeah,
U.S.
in the US.
How awesome is that?
Yeah.
So tell me about the experience. I mean, guys, tell me about Change My Brain with Cakes.
Uh, what exactly you want to know first?
So how long you guys been around?
We've been around, I think, a little more than 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we started this project during the pandemic because we didn't have nothing to do and we wanted to create stuff. So we started recording our stuff, playing gig, and we didn't stop. So now we're in the US, El Paso, and
Oh,
I think it's
nice.
gonna be a good night. So,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I took a dive into your music and I went all the way back to 2021. Very interesting stuff. I like it. Definitely
nice.
like it. And going through the years, I can see there's a lot of changes going on.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I like
and
it.
the chains one hand. Our all new stuff is really different, so that's how we want to keep it.
Yeah,
Want to-
really heavy too. The new stuff. Some of the new
Yeah,
stuff's heavier.
yeah.
I like
and
it
the,
though.
the new stuff is more heavy and more strange for some parts. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, like tonight we're gonna play new songs. So
Oh, nice. See, get a
Yeah.
treat tonight.
yeah,
So how would you label your music if you had to?
label music. That's the kind of thing that I don't really like because one of the things we try to do is just doing something out of the box. I like when people put some label on us, but I don't like putting label on us.
Okay, definitely. We will definitely do that on our show. I got a lot of critique on you guys. What I've
Great.
heard, I like it.
Right.
So, how do you feel like being playing at the Rockhouse? How does he was telling me it was exciting?
Yeah, it's exciting. The venue looks great. It's a long way from home.
Yeah, 39
So-
hours is not
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah.
Wow.
We did the 40-hour road in I think 3 days.
Yeah.
So the road is exhausting, but the show is exciting.
Yeah.
So we're looking for it, and we'll know after a show tonight. So
Anything coming up soon as far as new music to be on either
yeah.
streaming
We
or
got
physical?
a new single dropping on Spotify
Tomorrow.
and everything
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
called By Design the Clown.
What about on Apple? Is it on Apple?
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Oh, okay, good, because I'm an
Everywhere.
Apple.
Yeah, so on Apple,
Definitely want to hear that.
it's going on everywhere. Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm gonna play this song tonight.
yeah, true.
Oh, nice.
So two new songs tonight.
Yeah.
I forgot. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So, like what I ask a lot of the guests on our show, what's on your listening table?
On our listening table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
does
what are
it
you
mean?
currently listening to right now?
Oh, listening to
Yeah.
right now. Oh, damn. Who want to start?
All right, let's start with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a round.
Me, I listen to the new song from Set to Stun and a lot of Japanese band like the Manna, Kizu, and
Interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Currently, I'm really having a hard on Darko US.
Oh.
I think they're an insane band.
Yeah.
They're heavy, but they're also good to sleep on. I don't know why, but I sometimes pop them in my ears and I just sleep the whole way through. They're just amazing. I'm really focusing on them right now, but there's a lot of other stuff I like too.
Oh, it's a really good question. Like, I think one of the jams recurring for me is Viagra Boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
It's,
like that.
It's really good influence for me. All the bass is really groovy. Their music is kind of simple but really complex, and they always add some weird texture to their songs. So that's really good. I'm jamming a lot of the new album from The Hives, and I got another one in my head, but I don't remember his name. But yeah, and in our car, like today, we're jamming Blooded Gang, Mindless Self Indulgence. What other band we did jam in the car?
There was a lot of bands.
Yeah, I jammed some Igor
Oh, okay.
and
I like that.
some other stuff I don't remember.
Well, yeah, because it's a
That's
long
a lot.
ride, right?
Yeah.
Long playlist.
Yeah, it's a long
Everybody's
playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, I like a lot indie rock music. I love simple melodies. I just love it. But I'm into classic metalcore. If I can say, like
Yeah.
Parkway Drive, August Burns Red,
Good bands.
you can name it. I
Yeah.
just Azalea Dying. I just love those bands. And but recently in the past year, I just listened to indie rock music.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
got some band.
Sea Lemon. I love. Just right now, I can I can remember all of them.
Oh yeah, but that's
God,
not
yeah,
that
it's not
indie.
indie, but I love God is an astronaut.
Oh, okay.
What else? What else? Hmm. Pretty much Sea Lemon right now. Just I just repeat those songs
Yeah.
Oh god.
anytime, but yeah, pretty much indie rock in general. I just loved. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome because I like to, you know, collectively get, you know, everybody's opinion or what they're listening to now, and then, you know, I go back and I'm like, okay, I can see some of these influences in your music, and I like that. You know, that I was telling Jack that I was like, oh, it kind of reminded me like mindless self-indulgence, some of the stuff, but heavier.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because
True.
it was just kind of like different genres, and I just like that.
Yeah, but I
like
just
that.
think that involuntarily, uh, we got an approach similar to them because most of our stuff is all DIY. We all do our stuff and we try to think outside the box. So always mixing a lot of electronics, a lot of influence that we put on our songs is electronics music. I love all the speedcore and just weird Russian electronics music. So we try to put all that in one song. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. I like that.
Yeah, kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely excited to see them live. You guys, it's going to be an awesome show. And I definitely like the look you guys are putting out. It's awesome. It's going to be an awesome show. And other great bands, Casket Robbery, Raven Black. I saw Raven Black. This is my second time seeing Raven Black, so it's going to be an awesome show. I appreciate you guys. And as always, sounds real?
Sounds real.
We're out.